Hello Earth, welcome to episode 3 of season 2 of Making Cell, a series of videos where I record myself designing and implementing a programming environment called Cell. If you're just tuning in for the first time, I recommend you check this link out, which I will paste in the description of the video, which is a GitHub repository with the entire project, or you can jump to video 1 of season 1. Today we're going to continue where we left off yesterday, which is here. So this is where we are. We have a data grid, and I'm very excited about the possibilities of the data grid. There are a few quality issues here that I want to work on, but other than that, I think we're doing quite well. So I want to fix those quality issues and then basically keep on advancing. I had a few more thoughts from yesterday. Like, I want to do so much, but I know that doing it all is not the response to the correct response. There's always a best thing to work on next, and that's what I want to find right now in this episode. So I had this thought that I want to share with you. So am I recording? Yes, brilliant. Rather than seeing the entire data space, we're not looking at the entire data space here because we're already hiding, for example, the dialog that we will generate by doing things like this. This, by the way, should be a data grid, the response. What if it would be less overwhelming to assume that the data space for the project, because we're just looking at one project, or I guess one cell, is a hash, right? So the top level keys, the leftmost keys, are going to be texts, right? Because you want to put names on things that are text and not numbers. So we assume it's a hash, and we just let people, and by people I mean a user, create, basically saying, okay, and let me just create a foo here. I'm going to create a foo. And then within foo you can put, so it's going to tell you this is foo, and then in foo you can basically have this data here. So the idea would be, let's always try to think from a practical perspective. I have that problem always, especially with my own projects. So I am already breaking the notion that you only interact with cell through the right side, because I figured if you have some data here, let's say you're looking at foo and you want to edit this to something else, it would be quite annoying to have to say, okay, set or put foo bar to something else. Just to do that update over there, where you actually just want to go here, click on it or do whatever it is, select it and edit it on the spot. That would be the way to do it. And I expect a lot of editing to happen. So my idea of not having a data grid editor and just interacting through commands that you send once is too much. However, I think this is a beautiful thing to have this. It's for power users, for scripting the interface, and also as long as these edits here, underlyingly, they also create changes in the dialog. This actually could even be shooting messages on the dialog. Then yeah, that's fantastic. That's all you want. But there has to be interactions on the left side, on the main directly. And at the beginning, they are going to require clicking. And that's fine. So what do I want to do with this? So a possibility would be to say, okay, I want to store 3 different JSON examples here. I just want to store them. So then I can come back to this data afterwards. So I basically can bring JSON in, bring a CSV in, and even perhaps bring an Excel file in afterwards. The Excel, we definitely need a server. The CSV, we might get away with client side. I will have to create a service sooner than later, but I don't want to do it just because I know I want to have the ability to do something useful even before that. So I'm trying to think what would be that useful thing that I could be doing here. Perhaps just make sense of a JSON. I should start with something simple as that. Just make sense of a JSON. So you send some data and you want to make sense of it. You see something like this, I want to make sense of it. Or for example, let me open something from another project. Is it away? I have it there. I think I have it with the very old name. Sorry. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, for example, I have some data here, which is data for pictures, right? So you have this data, JSON data, and you want to make sense of it, at least, because this is not very readable. So let's just start with this very humble use case. Put JSON in, make sense of it in the data grid, be able to see it again. Okay, let's just start here and solve the quality issues. Okay. Yeah, we already have an issue here. So we have a couple of issues. First, there was a test that is missing. There was an else in the texter. This one that I want to add a test case for. So because right now the test still pass, but you see that bar there, right? Which is wrong. So I want to fix that. Texter. So I will do something like full one bar, and I expect spaces. Full 1, 2. I know this wouldn't affect this case. It would be the case where you have repeated things. So it'd be full bar. Full bar 2. Yes, and here the input would have been full bar 1 yip, full bar 2. Yes. Okay, what? Of course. Yes, and if I add this, no, that's not what I meant to do. Yes, good. All tests successful. That's why I say yes. Now let's start to replicate the other issue. This one, the indent of the line. It's an alert. So we're here. So let's just clog this text. So just do foo, and then when I restart this, this is the text, the offending text. What is wrong about this? Wrong text that is breaking our parsing. Well, we have an issue already here. These should be numbers, not texts. It happens in the yeah, the indentation is failing probably because of the quotes. That's not much. Yeah. Yeah, because we don't know if it. Yeah, this is problematic. Yeah, for example, here, am I counting whether this is a number or not? This V here shouldn't just be like this. Yeah, the V would be a 1, but it's there's two issues. The first one is that it's considered as a text instead of a number, which we'll fix, but I don't want to fix it now because I want to fix this other problem. Because technically you could have something like this. So I need to have the function called to number if number, right? I have a reverse for this. I would have a reverse function, which is to text if number function text is basically the reverse of it. If it's this, just v value text. Actually, if type of v is string, return v return. Yeah, we quoted. What should spaces here to I'm doing something wrong here, which is I'm not adding the test case here. This is a test case of pather, right? Yeah. Let's try to replicate this issue. Pather would be input 1 foo bar, and I expect this to be give me 1 foo and 2 bar. Yeah. Why did it work? I don't want you to work. I want you to not work. Because there's no indentation, I guess. Yeah, there has to be indentation at the beginning, of course. Base 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, come on. Why are you working? Because there has to be something else afterwards, right? It gets thrown off. Yeah, I don't even know if it's because of the numbers, actually. Let's look at the failing text. Well, I guess I can always put this entire thing and then just simplify it a bit. Yeah, I could just do this. Why am I trying to do it from scratch? Sometimes I do overdo it, eh? I do. That I do. How many spaces? Dialogue. I'm being lazy. I'll just let the test scream. Yeah, okay. No, but actually, I shouldn't be lazy. I need to put my expected output. Silly. You will never get it if the code is broken. So I want dialog 1. Dialog 1. I think it's okay to have all this in this JavaScript presentation with the path. I think it's very good. I would love to be doing the implementation in a database because that takes me away from the uncomfortable problem. Why did I put message? From user. Yeah, message. I think it would be without the quotes here, right? Full, like this. Yeah. That one's a bit tricky. I don't know if I covered that one before. I think I did, and that's why we're having trouble. Okay, now we're in business. We have the test case here. So. Now for the big question. If I didn't have one here, I just have this. Would it be okay? It would be dialog UE space from. Wait, the from. Wait. No, this shouldn't be that so many. Dialog. There. No, there I don't get the issue anymore. It definitely has to do with the quoted numbers, I think. But let's just make sure we do it again. So it will be dialog space. That's correct. Because it's not two cities the same, that's why. Okay, but these are the same, right? I'm going nuts because I'm trying to do it here. Let's just do it here. Copy. See how I'm always with text files here. I want to eventually just stay all in cell to work. Yeah, it's aligned. Look at that. Okay. Okay, we definitely have a good test case here. So we have a dialog 1 from user, and it will be dialog 1. Yes, that's exactly what I want. Okay, now to text if number. So it tells me that it has 18 match spaces, but the indent size is 13. Now what's the right indent size? It's 13. So why does it think it should be 16 if it's 13? It's like over counting, right? The indent spaces. If I just did here, oh yeah, because it went past, right? So message is 7. What is B? That's the last path, right? Okay, matching dialog. At the end of dialog, dialog has 8 plus 1 is 9. And after the 1 is 11. And if I do to number to text if number, but it's not a number, it's a text. That's the problem. It's something else already here. It would be unparsed number, right? That's what I need. It's not that. It's that it's this. If it's a text, now that's it. Okay, there it worked. That's tricky. So basically numbers that are actually text that look like numbers, and to put the quotes around when I'm comparing the indents. Oh, that's tricky, man. That's tricky. But now it's working, I think. And if I restart. That's so nice. Okay, now we can fix the other problem, which is why this is the problem with doing put here. Like, why are they being put as text? These ones. Like, I'm pretty sure length here is a number. Sorry. So what's the issue? Do I do a to number if number? No, that's just for the... If I just clock the pairs here, and this is important what I'm doing, although I want to do something else, because it basically makes the implementation much more rock solid. I want to trust these base functions so that I can build on it with confidence. That's it. Have these pairs. I'm gonna set dialog 21. Yeah, they're quoted already. Okay, that's wrong. Why are they quoted? What are the... How the hell is this possible? Crazy pills. Yeah, okay, I'm fucking it up from the beginning. I'm relieved. How is length? I guess if you start wrong... Okay, let's just reset this for a minute, shall we? Yeah, I'm already doing it wrong from the beginning. Good. How the hell is something as simple as this giving me an error? Amazing. The length is what? Sorry, what's this? Receive. What does receive? Oh, look at that. I broke it here by returning an empty text in the receive. See, this is the problem. I was returning paths, but in one special case, I'm returning something else. I should have returned this. So if I do this, am I going to break everything? Yes. Because this was a wrong decision to make receive return something that is not paths. A very wrong decision, which luckily is not a big deal. We can fix it very quickly. I am dramatizing as always, but for a reason. So now if I do this, yeah, now it's still there. Oh my god, what's going on here? Let's fix that bug, I guess, first. This one. Yeah. Because I didn't save? My god, I'm really tired. Come on. Why dialogue is has a length of 1? Yeah, but it's really empty there. Still. Why am I looking at the... yeah, I see. If dialog length... Okay, there. I fixed it. Okay, finally. Can you believe it? We broke it again. It's a different bug. It's a different bug, I'm sure. Oh, I know what's the problem. No, maybe I don't. Now this is also breaking it. One bug at a time, please. Wait. Actually, we did fix the dialogue now because the dialogue, well, that's gonna reset the whole thing, but you know what I mean. It's okay. It's finally numbers. Easy tiger. So what do I do? Okay, let's fix the tests a little bit, and then we can do the other test for this, and then we can go to bed. Let's keep on going. So let's just fix the test mismatches here. One question though, if there's no paths in return, and yeah, okay, let's just look at the test and be down. No, that's okay. Okay, that was the only test. Okay, now we can fix this. Now it will break when I restart because I'm storing the dialog and it doesn't like it. What is your problem? It's the indentations again, right? Yeah, it has to be indentations. We almost have it. Yeah, so will it be as simple as doing this? Tick tick. I think so. Beautiful. What a relief. Maybe I could use other numbers here to make it a bit easier to distinguish. In my bones. Yeah. Sorry. So what is your problem? Unparsed number. I'm going to debug by putting v match spaces, indent size, and then the line, because why not? Oh, look at that beauty. There, I fixed it. Nice. Oh, and then don't tell me that it's working. Look at that! It worked! I'm so proud. Yes, this is okay because we're going to show it as a data grid. And now I will remember. Oh my god, yes. Is this starting to work? I'm very, very happy. Yeah, all right. So and if we get a bit more hairy here, what was it? JSON to paths. Yes, this one we do have to fix. But look at this beauty. Oh, we had to fix also the scrolling. I'm still very much in love with the data grid. I think it's fantastic, if I say so myself. And I think why it's not scrolling is because some of the properties that we put on the table here, which by the way, I think we can get rid of the text already. A momentous decision. Maybe I can already commit the fixes before I start messing up more stuff. Yeah, some parse number, which we need there. Yeah, we have a clock there. Where is it? Yeah, there. Yeah. Yeah, perfect. All right. We fix it. So I could tackle, let's just play dumb and try to fix that refresh error we have, which we have when we just switch to simplify the test case, right? Yeah. Yeah. And if I do something like this, let's just do it a bit. Yeah, what was I doing this before? Well, 2 commas instead of 1. What if I do it like this? There, if I update it, it works. But if I, let's say I just change this, sure. Let's just do this. I need to go to my library. I need to install the packages, right? Node build dev, right? So I need to basically go, I go up to let's just do it like this. All these years and I still remember how to comment an HTML tag. I shouldn't call it min if it's not minified, right? But it's not minified, you can see. It has everything. Yes. Okay, it worked. So now if it breaks, okay, 1792. It comes from 1729. Yeah, it comes from here. Oh, 1792, 1729. It's making an element. This is the depth of my library. You might want to skip this. This is pretty gory. What's make element? So make element. I need to read the documentation. I don't remember much of this. The function will contain most implementation logic for VBO. I'm looking for that line. The responder function performs the reaction. Save a copy. If make element is successful, which means that its output is a valid length, the responder will invoke bit redraw with 4 elements. The context, it's 5 actually. Maybe I should update that. Yeah. It's gonna call redraw. So what I can do here I can see which element is triggering this. What time is it? Okay. Don't try this at home, kids. Use React. We can just basically do this. ID, all element, all children. Okay. You can see it fail here. Data space. And the old children are B15. So 1793 now. Yeah, the question is why there's a next sibling here that doesn't have a insert adjacent element. How did I mount this view? The way it got intended. I need to change the record. Yes. Let's go put this one here. No, actually this is, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, nothing wrong here. Okay, we're learning something. If I okay, there. The next sibling is a text. Oh, that's an interesting corner case, my god. Because text doesn't have adjacent elements. What is in this HTML? Yeah, basically I'm trying to insert this HTML. Where am I getting the next sibling? What is this text? Can you tell me what? Look at this crap. Like new lines. What the hell is this? Why do I have a loose text when I'm trying to redraw? I'm doing something wrong here, evidently. Although it's the library should prevent this, right? But still, how the hell am I going to replicate this? What am I trying to look? I guess the cure would be to do something like yeah, that would do it. And then if you switch it back, I need to copy this into a text, into an editor. Yeah, it's fine. It's a very weird corner case here. I'm not a fan of having a code in the, especially in a library that has no test, so I need to replicate this problem. Okay, that sounds like work for tomorrow, but we're in a very good spot because we solved all the issues we have with dialog here. So if we solve this, then we are really ready to create new stuff, which I will do on the next session. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.